Who is this sweet, like, person? Like, just so light and fun, and I was like, I need to be friends with him.
My mom walked into my computer room and I just started crying, and then she was asking me what happened, and she was crying because she knows if I'm crying, something happened. And I told her, you know, Mehdi passed away.
Yeah, we all were just kids.
When I first met Mehdi, he was just a little 15-year-old and he was just starting at McDonald's and I was training him.
I had the opportunity to meet him so early on. He would call off his house phone and I picked it up and Mehdi's voice was on the other line and he was like, "Hey, do you want to play RuneScape?" And I was like, "Yeah, like I remember giving you my phone number and like in class today, like in like third grade."
We're from the same community. We're both from, a Shiite, if not Shiite background. I think that made a difference quite a bit in terms of how we bonded, because I think we knew each other's intricate struggles that we dealt with dealing with both Western life, our mosque life, all that type of stuff.
He just left me with this like super positive vibe, and it's just something that like made me want to hang out with him again.
So if I had to describe Mehdi in one word, I'd probably describe him as funny. He's definitely a character, so you definitely know how to make people laugh.
Just chill, very nice, calm, and chill.
I was having a very bad shift, and I was like, I can't do it anymore. I'm just gonna work my other job. I want to put my 2 weeks in. And I needed a pen, and I didn't have a pen. I said, Mehdi, like, what are you doing right now? Like, do you think like you could bring me a pen so I could put my 2 weeks in? And he drove to bring me a pen through the drive-through so I could put my 2 weeks in.
I got grounded for a long time. And Mehdi drove me home from school every single day because I got my car taken away. And it didn't matter if he had like stuff to do or if like I was running a little late, like getting out of school, like he drove me home every single day.
I would tell people that he just full of positive energy. He is super funny. And I would tell anyone that if you just need someone to make your day, Mehdi is the guy you have to meet and be friends with.
He had a good work ethic, definitely. And he just had like a good path in life. Like he knew what he wanted.
He always told you how it was, and he was never afraid to really tell you the truth. So you always knew what you were getting with Mehdi.
Can you think of one word to describe how you felt when
Shocked. Yeah, definitely shocked. At first I thought it was a joke, but then I realized like really quickly, I was like, because I remember when my brother died, right? And I was like, no, you just don't, like, nobody jokes about that.
Shock and disbelief. It didn't add up. It didn't make sense.
It was like shocking.
My first word to describe it would just be like disbelief, and then just really like numb afterwards, which is something like I still haven't really gotten over.
Devastated, like completely.
I went to the gas station to like fill up my car with gas, and then my phone started blowing up and it was like, oh, is the news about Mehdi true? And then that's kind of like when it hit. It just felt like there was like a dark cloud over my head.
It didn't feel real. And I'm so sorry that we had to go through that. We all did.
Everything for my young life at that point was going perfect. I got into school. I just got finished all my AP exams. We're going to prom the next day. I picked out my tux. Like everything was perfect. The weather was amazing. I still remember the weather was like beautiful. I saw him the day before. I'm like, yeah, either we'll hang out tonight, or if not, I'll just come to your mom's house tomorrow and we'll get pictures done or whatever, and then we'll go leave together. I was gonna go with him, and then I didn't hear from him that night, so I just went to sleep early.
That day it was like started off normal, right? You're getting ready for prom, and then you like hear the news.
It was the day of prom, and I like decided I wasn't gonna go, and I wasn't supposed to wash my hair before I went to my hair appointment. And the first thing I did after I found out was I got a shower.
It's hard to just forget about it, Sometimes I think it would be nice if I just could forget about it all. At the same time, I realized like this is part of who I am. It's become a part of my deeper identity.
For a while, I tried not to think about Mehdi because it just hurts too much. Like even now, like it hurts a lot to think about.
We toured the Penn State Lehigh Valley campus together. So we had like all these plans and stuff to go to Lehigh Valley and take classes together and like go up and like party and stuff, but like none of that really happened.
There's like so much that I wish I could have said to him that I never got the chance to.
I always used to tell him, next time, Mehdi, next time we'll hang out another time. But like when I found out he died, I realized that next time wasn't going to be there. And I think that's like what hurt the most, is accepting the fact that he was no longer there. And this could happen to anybody in my life.
It was just a lot of like going through the motions for a long time.
What you have today, you may very well not have in the next second, in the next moment. Nothing's guaranteed. That was a tough lesson to learn at 18 or whatever. And I think that really did kind of screw me up a little bit in college, like when it came time to building relationships and making friends and all that stuff. I think that's something I have to work on by getting help or whatever, just to make sure that like I don't pass these insecurities or these fears and whatever on to other people that I'm close to. Because it's trauma.
I mean, there's not a day that goes by that I'm not impacted by the effect that he had on my life.
I think he started out like really introverted, maybe at like the beginning of high school. By the end of high school, like everyone knew who Mehdi was and no one disliked him. He was just such an easy person to get along with.
I think his personality, his just, when he's in the room, like what happened to the room.
When you look at that one transformation picture where like the first picture is him like chubby faced and then the other one he's like ripped, it's like it's not only physical changes, but it's like he went from being like that's like introverted and like extroverted and like taking on like doing new things every day. Like there's so much more than like the physical things.
He has the best sense of humor out of anyone I know. Like he would make me roll on the floor laughing. He was so funny. Like any situation, like he could make it hilarious.
Just taking care of the people around you and always being kind. Like it doesn't take much to be kind. It's free. Even when this guy was having a bad day, like it never was unpleasant to his friends and the people around him.
I think what I've really tried to do ever since the day he passed away was really just embody his vision and his character into my daily actions and just kind of like let him live through me and just try and set a good example of like what it is that he wanted to be.
Being relaxed about everything is something that I carry with him. Like I think more directly every day, because it definitely helps you a lot too. Because if you're not worried about things, you don't do as poorly on them usually. So
he always used to tell me that like life is too short to like worry about everything, worry about anything. Just live your life, have fun. If there's anything to stress about, then the time will come and you'll know.
It was just a very like comforting feeling having like no matter what you do, like with this person, like they're gonna be your friend and like they're there for you like no matter what. So he's a very special person.
He definitely respected us. He cherished us a lot. He loved every single one of us.
He had a big heart, a really big heart for everyone that cared about him.
Sometimes I still ask myself, like, if I run into like a difficult situation, I'm like, what would Mehdi do?
He's not gonna want us to like suffer, to cry over him, but because he knows we love him, he knows we miss him. We don't have to like dwell on him, and that's something he would tell us if he was here.